state executive. So when you are talking about political executive, you are referring to, two pyramidal structures. You are referring to two pyramidal structures. Two pyramidal structures. You are referring to two pyramidal structure. Two pyramidal structure. As for example, you can see two pyramidal structure. You see these two pyramidal structure. This is like this. This is like this. तो एक हो गया परमानेंट पॉलिटिकल, एक तो यहाँ पर लिख दीजिए पॉलिटिकल एग्जीक्यूटिव और दूसरा हो गया परमानेंट एग्जीक्यूटिव. तो पॉलिटिकल एग्जीक्यूटिव हायरार्की, एंड प्लीज ट्राई टू अंडरस्टैंड. यू सी पॉलिटिकल एग्जीक्यूटिव का जो हायरार्की है, तो टॉप पर प्राइम मिनिस्टर. Prime Minister is followed by the Cabinet Prime Minister. Cabinet Prime Minister is followed by the State Minister. Independent charge is followed by the State Minister. State Minister is followed by the Deputy Minister. This is the hierarchy so far. Political executive is concerned. So, when you are talking about administrative law, rules of administrative law, this is concerned with the rules of administrative law is connected to this political executive number 1. And the second is in this connection, the second is permanent executive. So when you refer to the permanent executive, then at the top of it is cabinet secretary. This is CS. This is the highest, senior most job you see. Cabinet secretary. Cabinet secretary is followed by special secretary. Special secretary is followed by secretary. Secretary is followed by joint secretary. Joint secretary is followed by deputy secretary. Deputy secretary is followed by under secretary. Under secretary is followed by section officer. This is the hierarchy of. Now this is the hierarchy of administration. So executive administrative agencies. So we can now conclude. You see, an executive administrative agency is the combination of these two, and they must be controlled. They must be controlled in accordance with the basic constitutional principles. So there is a small question. You start with CK Takwani. First aspect is, if you start with CK Takwani, first aspect, there are some thinkers who say that there is no difference between. कुछ लोग ऐसे हैं जो कह रहे हैं कि एडमिनिस्ट्रेटिव लॉ कॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल लॉ में there is no difference between the administrative law and constitutional laws. No difference, because the basis of administrative law, सुनो मैंने इसलिए कहा because the basis of administrative law, the basis of the operation of administrative law, the basis of the administrative law is the basic constitutional principle. Basic constitutional principles, when we are talking about basic constitutional principles, there are four basic constitutional principles. There are four basic constitutional. इसलिए कहता है कि इस दृष्टिकोण से अगर आप इस नजरिए से इसको देखेंगे, बेसिक कॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल प्रिंसिपल, तो चार प्रिंसिपल है. One is rule of law. Just try to understand my point. Only rule of law and separation of power is not only there. One is rule of law. The second is separation of power. The third is the principle of natural justice. The third is the principle of natural justice. Principle of natural justice. Principle of natural justice when you talk about this. And the fourth is operation of parliamentary system of government. ये चार हैं. I mean, every agency is operating under these four basic principles. These basic principles are therefore an integral part of administrative law also. So there is a close, what I am trying to say, there is a close relationship between administrative law and constitution.